Hey, grade 8s. So today with math, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be solving problems with percents. Our focus is going to be to find the whole when given a percent and find the percent increase and or decrease. A lot of this stuff is real world related, so let's take a look at a couple examples. So first, we're going to take a look and try and find the number in each case. There's two cases here. So the first question, question A, 70% of a number is 63. So how do you go about answering this question? So I've taken a look here. So here's what we can say. So 70% of the number is 63. So 1% of the number is 63/70ths, which is 0.9. And if you take that and then multiply it by 100, you're going to be able to get your answer. Okay, so 70% of the number is 63. You're going to take the number 63 and divide it by the percentage to get out what 1% would equal. And then we can multiply that 1% by 100 to figure out what 100% would equal. So it would be 90 overall. Okay. Next example. Part B. So we have 175% of a number is 105. Very similar case, right? So 1% of the number is 105 over 175, which is 0.6. We can take that and then multiply that by 100 to figure out, oh, well, the number is 60. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take a look at two other examples for percent increase and percent decrease. So a length of 30 centimeters is going to be increased here by 40%. We need to know what's the new length. Okay, so the length is increased by 40%. So what can we do from that? Well, if we know that the length is increased by 40% of 30, first we can write 40% as a decimal by taking 40%, dividing it by 100 to get 0.4. And then we can multiply that by 30, because then we're going to take the 40% of 30, 0.4 times 30 is 12. Okay, and that means that the length is being increased by 12. So it was 30 and it's being increased 40% more. So 30 plus 12, the new length is 42. There's also another way to do this. Okay, and I don't have any cover-ups here. So the other way to do the solution, and this is my preference, it doesn't have to be yours. As long as you get the answer and understand the process, that's what matters to us. Okay, so the length was increased by 40%. So we're adding 100%, so that 30 centimeters plus another 40%. So we're actually, getting 140% of the original length. So to find the 140 of 30, we're going to write 140% as a decimal, 1.4, and then multiply it by 30, and that calculates your 42. Okay, so it's a little bit quicker, but you have to be able to understand that you're increasing, so therefore we are adding 100% and the 40% to get 140%. That is key to success with these type of problems. Your next problem is going to say a mass of 50 grams is decreased by 17%. Now we need to know what is the new mass. So we have a decrease now. So the mass is decreased by 17%, so we can find 17% as a decimal. 17% equals 17 over 100, or if we wanted to do this out as a decimal, 0.17. Then what we're going to do is we're going to find 17% of 50, which is 0.17 times 50, which is 8.5. So the mass is actually going to decrease by 8.5 grams. It's important that we keep our units here too. So the new mass is going to be 50 grams minus the 17% decrease, which was 8.5 grams, which is 41.5 grams. And likewise, you can actually do that very similar method that we talked about with our secondary method with adding the 100% and the 40%. Well, in this case here, you have 100% of the original mass, but then you're taking away 17%. So 100% minus 17% is going to be 83% of the original mass. So we're actually going to find 83% of 50. So 83% as a decimal is 0.83. 0.83 times 50 is 41.5. And in this case, it's grams. That's our unit. And we can even show it on a number line if need be. Okay? So percentage increase, percentage decrease, and then also talking about how to find out what the whole is. Okay, so we talked about percentage increase. There's two methods to do that. Likewise with decrease. It's really important that you understand whether it's a decrease or an increase. And lastly, likewise, with respect to finding a whole number, if you have 70% of a number and you want to figure out what that whole number is, you take the number you have, so 63 divided by the percentage, and then you can get a decimal answer for what 1% would be or what have you, and then multiply that by 100 to figure out the whole answer. Okay?